Hey folks, it's Dr. Gerstmar from Aspire Natural Health. Today I want to go over one of the tests that we do use. It is our urine heavy metals test. So the variety of way to test for heavy metals, we almost exclusively use the urine test because we find it's highly accurate and gives us a lot of great information. So today we are going to go over the doctor's data urine toxic metals, the tests that we use. Now, when we do this test, we often will do two of them. So let's get into why we do that. We use first what is known as an unprovoked heavy metals test. That is, you're collecting urine just to see right now what is your body exposed to and what is it currently getting rid of. Useful information, but a lot of times we also want to know about what is trapped inside your body, in your muscles, in your tissues, in your brain, in your bones. And to do that, we need a provoked test using something called a chelator, which is going to be one of a variety of chemical compounds that you consume, goes inside and grabs those metals and pulls them out of the body. Okay, so we do an unprovoked test to get a baseline and to see what you are currently being exposed to and what your body is getting rid of. Then we do a provoked test to find out what's inside the tissues. So some doctors will do only one or the other. Medical doctors in general tend to only do unprovoked tests, which can only look for what you've very recently been exposed to or what your body is getting rid of right now, not what's inside your body. Other doctors will only do a provoked test, which will give us a better sense of what's inside, but can be confusing because we can't always tell what you're currently being exposed to, which is more of an avoidance strategy, and what is inside of you, which is more of a detoxification strategy. So to effectively understand what is going on, we need both tests. All right, let's go through the kit. So they're going to be identical on both. Inside, you will find the form needed for it, and you will see here basically at the top we'll have my information and signature. The next box down will be all of your information, so you'll put in your name, address, date of birth, etc. Below that will be the payment information, so we'll fill that in. This is currently not a test that is covered by insurance, so this will be out of pocket. However, these tests are pretty inexpensive. All right, at the bottom, any insurance information. Again, insurance is not covering this. The last piece up here at the top, you'll have when the date you collected, so you'll need to put in the date and times that you did the collection, and your height and weight as well. Okay, so you'll be filling out your information, your payment information, whether you're paying by check, credit card, HSA, something similar, and the date that you did the test. You'll see my signature, and then the top box that says urine toxic metals profile will be filled out. Okay, so very important that that gets filled out. Next, inside, you'll find a cup. This is a urine cup, so how you're starting to collect your urine when you do. And then we also have a vial to transfer the urine. This is what goes to the lab. So here's how we do the test. We do a 6-hour collection. How you do that, so first let me say there is no special prep, no special diet that you need to eat or not eat, no particular supplements that you need to add or avoid, so it is pretty simple and straightforward. For the first test, the unprovoked test, you're going to do it for a 6-hour period of time. So for example, just for ease of simplicity, you start at noon and you're going to end at 6 p.m. Right at noon, or a minute beforehand, you go to the bathroom, make sure your bladder is as empty as it's going to get, start the timer, and now for that 6-hour period between noon and 6 p.m., you're going to collect all the urine that you produce during that 6-hour period. You do not need to load up on fluids, so you're peeing a crazy amount. Neither should you avoid fluids, so basically just drink normally. All right, at the end of the 6 hours, you're going to take the urine that you've got. You're going to transfer it to this vial. We'll make sure that your name and birth date are on here so we can have it correctly identified. Screw the top back on and seal it up. Easy peasy, simple as that. All right, now for the provoked test, done basically exactly the same way except for one other thing. So most commonly we do one test on one day, the Provoked test on the following day. So same example, it's noontime on the second day. You empty your bladder in the same way, so you start the test with an empty bladder, and then you're going to consume a chelator. Now you have a variety of choices here. Most often we're using one like this. They can also be made by compounding pharmacies for you. Now, we're going to do a small amount of math here, so please bear with me. The standard dose is approximately 30 milligrams of chelator per kilogram of body weight. So we can have worked this out for you. If you don't happen to have it, you take your weight. So go ahead and hop on a scale and get your weight. You use your calculator, your phone, you divide it by 2.2. So your weight in pounds, let's say it's 150 pounds. You divide that by 2.2. That comes out to approximately 68 kilograms, all right? You take that 68 kilograms, you multiply it by 30, and that gives you the amount of chelator that you should be taking. Again, for example, that 150-pound person, 68-kilogram person, needs approximately 2,000 milligrams of chelator as a dose. One of these bottles contains 2,000 milligrams, so if you were approximately that weight, you would consume the entire bottle. Now, this dosing does not need to be pinpoint precise, just in the general ballpark. So if someone was 75 pounds, they would consume about half the bottle. 50 pounds, about a third of the bottle. 200 pounds, they'd need one bottle plus another quarter from another bottle. All right, so roughly speaking, we're looking to get it in the ballpark. It doesn't need to be 100% accurate. All right, so we're going to do the Provoked. It's noontime. You've emptied your bladder. Now you consume the whole bottle. If you consume the amount that's appropriate, if you're 150 pounds, you would consume this whole bottle. Again, then you begin collecting your urine over the 6-hour period. Drink normally, you can eat normally, there's no restrictions otherwise. You collect that urine for 6 hours, you transfer it to the vial, make sure your name and date of birth are on the vial. Make sure you've put the time of collection down on the form and filled it out. Then inside each box you will find a FedEx bag as well as a FedEx slip with instructions and a sticker. All right, you call FedEx, given the account number and the phone number that they've given you and the account number. FedEx will arrange to either come by your home, your work, or wherever you'd like them to come and pick it up. And it's simple as that. You don't have to tell them that it's urine or anything else. You just say that you have a package that you need picked up. Last but not least, here at the bottom of the box are the instruction pamphlet. We recommend, even though you've very carefully listened to me talk for a few minutes about this, please check out the form, read it through, make sure you understand it. All right, so 2 tests are done here for the urine toxic metals. You're doing it twice, typically one day after another. The first is unprovoked. That is, you're simply collecting urine for 6 hours, transferring it to the container, you're done. The second is provoked, so that is, you are doing it for a 6-hour period, and you drink the chelator or take the chelator before you do the test. Afterwards, you transfer the urine into the container, make sure it's labeled, and call FedEx and send them off. It's as easy as that. This is how we get a handle on what type of heavy metals are in your system, which can have an absolutely devastating effect on your health, is directly linked to a whole variety of diseases. And the test is fairly straightforward here and fairly inexpensive. All right, folks, if you have any questions or concerns, anything's not clear, please A, feel welcome to watch the video again, B, check out the written instructions that we've sent you, and C, please feel welcome to give us a call with any questions, concerns, anything you've got. All right, folks, look forward to it. Please get the test done as soon as you can so we can get those results back in, and we'll check them out when we've got them. All right, folks, until next time, take care.